Hi, this is Rahim Zulfikar Ali from Excel Basement, and in this video we will be learning one more good technique about the how to retrieve a column value from another table, and we will be looking forward this issue in Power BI. But first, let me explain in Excel that how we can resolve this kind of issue in Microsoft Excel normally, and then I will tell you that if we want to retrieve some values of a column from another table, so what we have to do in the Power BI. Okay, so let's get started. First, I have this transaction sheet, and in this sheet I have only one column in the data that is related to the transaction dates. So I have couple of dates here, and what I need is I need to look up the rate of each date. Okay, so I have that rates in the different workbook. Here it is. So here it's simply a short table which has three columns: start date, end date, and the rate. So for example, from the 1st December till the 4th December, the rate is 6.2, and then moving forward from the 5th December till 9th December, we have 7.9, and so on. So this is the table where we have the certain dates, starting and ending dates, and we have a certain rate of pertaining to all those dates. And what we need to do is we need to look up the exact rate pertaining to the specific date, right? So one solution in Excel is probably we can use the VLOOKUP. Okay, so how we can do that is we need to make some small changes. For example, I will just copy the start date column here, and then I copy the rate column. Okay, and now I will use this as a table table array in the VLOOKUP function. So moving again to this transaction dates table, let's say we want to fetch the rate here, so equals to VLOOKUP. Lookup value will be the date in the transactions dates table, comma table array will be now this range. Okay, and the column index number from where we need to have the output is the second column, and we will use true for the dates because it will be the approximate match. Okay, and let me just correct the format of this column. Right, so now you can see that from 1st December till 4th December we got the 6.2, which was exactly mentioned in this table here, and from 5th December till 9th December we have 7.9 and then 8.5, so on. So from 5th till 9th December we got the 7.9 here and then 8.5. So very easily we look up with the true range lookup. We have used that, and we have just made certain changes to this table. We just pick the starting dates and the dates, so that this will be make the approximate match in the VLOOKUP here and give the exact rates according to the dates in the transaction dates column. So this is how we solve in normally in Microsoft Excel. But what if that we have one table, this table is named as transactions, and this is in another workbook, and for example we have this table, we can't make this kind of table again in the Power BI. So we have this table, and this name is as rates, and we will be pushing these two different workbooks into the Power BI, and we will be try to look up the rates. So how we can do in Power BI, let me just show you. I hope you understand within the Excel. So let's get started with the Power BI. Okay, so let me just close these workbooks. Okay, so now we are in the Power BI, and I have just imported these two tables from two different workbooks from the option get data and from Excel, and here you can import the data. So if you can see on my right side right of the screen that we have two tables called rates and transactions, and we have certain columns in that tables. Okay, so quickly we will go to the rates, and we will be clicking on the home tab edit queries, and we will make certain changes. We need to add some steps because there is no certain direct relationship between these two tables, and we can just make a relationship and use the related DAX, but we need to do something different from these dates. So what we will be doing is, first we will be select the column of start date and end date and right click on it, go to change type and make it as whole number, and you will see this screen change column type. Click on add new step. Okay, then go to add column, click on custom column, and then we will be putting a custom formula here. So I am writing this new column as a date, and then curly bracket start date 2 times full stop or dot you can say, then end date column and curly bracket again, and press OK. So it will give you one custom column. Now you can see that a custom column has been created. Name is the date, and from this drop down validation we will click on expand to new rows. As soon as we click on that, what it does is that from the start date and end date it fetches the date number, and within this range, within this slab, it executed single date, an incremental date every time. Okay, so it has created a table. Now the final step is, what we will do is we will be clicking on date, end date and start date column, and we will again change the type as a date, right? So now next is close and apply. Now coming to transactions table, here we will be adding one custom column. Here we need a DAX which is called lookup value, and in this lookup value we need to fill the 3 function arguments. The first one is result column name, then the search column name and the search value. Okay, so the result column name and the search column name should be from the same table, whereas search value can be referring to any column in the other table. Okay, so that's not an issue. Let me just give you an example of this lookup value is that we have 2 tables, one is called the rates and the other one is called the transactions table. And how we can do that, the first function argument is called the result column name, from where we need to get the results. So we need to get the results from the rates table and the rate column. Then it says where it will be searched. So it will be searched accordingly to within the rates table in the date column, which we just made a few minutes ago. Okay, and then it will be looked up as in the transactions table within the transaction dates, where we need to place the actual rates within the rates table from the rates table. So this is how the format goes of the lookup value. Okay, and this is the simplest way to retrieve a value of a column from another table. So okay, so now here we are just in the normal mode of the Power BI. Click on modeling and go to the new column, and here we will be adding one DAX which is called lookup value. And as soon as we enter the lookup value, it fetches the rates of each against each date, and very correctly, as we did in the Microsoft Excel few minutes ago. So this is how we can do this is how we can just retrieve a value of a column from another table by using some DAX. And one of the DAX which you learn that is the lookup value, that how we can perform this lookup value in the Power BI. Okay,